Hey, welcome to the Hub Online Network. My name is Gareth Smart and I am with
Jessica Clement.
And we're just going to talk with everybody about what's been going on, some things that we are doing, and we're going to do some reviews of events that have taken place over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But first of all, speaking of the last couple of weeks, did I do a thing for that? Yes, I did. Aha! The last couple of weeks.
There we go.
What have you been up to the last couple of weeks? We did this, last time we did this was probably 2.5 weeks ago, so.
2 or 3 weeks ago, yeah. So we've been busy. The Hub Online Network has been busy.
Yep.
The biggest thing is that we received a grant from Cactus through Heritage Canada to hire a civic journalist for 17 months.
That's exciting.
And I think you know who got the position. You all probably know who he is.
I've been talking about this with everyone that'll listen.
So Gareth is leaving us as just Han and will be rejoining us as a civic digital journalist.
And the switch happens in the second week of December?
Yeah, we're going to go to Vancouver for a week and learn some learning and hopefully not get sick of each other and then come back.
The idea is for civic engagement. So it's kind of what we've been doing now, but going a little bit deeper into certain stories, making sure that everybody has a say and to get as much information as possible to you, the people that live in our area.
Yep.
So, yeah. What have you been doing over the last couple of weeks then?
Just me personally? Or?
Yeah, just you personally.
I don't know, I've been busy with lots of work, different work. So
how many jobs do you have?
That pay me?
Yeah.
3.
And which jobs are those?
So I'm the production manager here. I also work at Casey's Gemini Wellness Studio downtown. And then I also am the literacy outreach coordinator. Which
I will have Casey's video done. Yeah, hopefully either for tomorrow morning's wake up show. If you don't watch our wake up show, watch our wake up show. It's every day. We're trying a new format, so we're not doing the 7, 8, and 9. We're doing either 7, 8, or 9 for a longer period of time.
Keeping you on your toes as to when that might happen.
Yeah, so the reason we're trying this is to see which hour we get more people engaged.
Yes.
And then once we know what that hour is, we'll just strictly go on that time frame. So stay tuned for our morning shows. But yeah, so I'll have the Gemini Wellness video that I did probably a month ago now.
October 4th, we had our grand kind of soft launch opening.
Yeah, so I'm behind the ball. I have so much stuff to put together and put out for you that
It's all right.
But anyway.
Better late than never, I think.
But how busy do these jobs keep you?
I'm out of the house most of the day now, but it's good. It's fun.
How does Randall like that?
I'm home most of the time when he's home at night. Oh, good. So I try and get it. He doesn't care what I do during the day as long as when he's home, it has to be on the calendar so he knows where I am and what I'm doing.
Oh, right on.
So, yeah.
I myself have been busy mainly with the Hub Online Network.
Yes, you have.
I get here at like 6:30 in the morning and I'm done usually 7 or 8 at night, most days.
And how does your wife feel about that? I know she comes to work with you occasionally just to spend time with you.
Yeah, so I've actually been bringing her with me. I shouldn't say that. She accompanies me. I don't drag her along kicking and screaming. I ask her if she would like to join me and she does most of the time, which is really nice because it's been, I'm hoping with this new job, so with the new job, I have to quit the Hub Online Network to be rehired, which has technically happened. But once I quit, we can then hire somebody to replace me in this position, which means that we will add a person. So if you are on EI or unemployment, you can keep this job in mind if you're interested in doing what we do here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that'll be taking place in December.
Soon, yeah.
So it's been a crazy couple of weeks. We didn't get to do this after the council meetings 2 weeks ago.
No.
But we're going to cover the council meetings today.
All right.
And yeah, I'm working most days, all day, every day, but it's fun. I love it. Ashcroft and Cache Creek just keep us busy.
Yep.
So
I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it.
But speaking about council meetings, let's move on to the Ashcroft Council.
All right, so I didn't go, you went, so tell me, what were the key highlights of the Ashcroft Council meeting?
Well, I'm going to talk about the one from 2 weeks ago first. So 2 weeks ago, there were a couple of delegations, which mainly involved Vicky Trill, Debbie Toohey, and then Marina Papayas and Dan Collette.
Okay.
So Marina and Dan are looking to get approval to put up another mosaic.
Okay.
Oh my God, these mosaics are amazing, and they're all over the place, and they want to do another one. So they're hoping to put this up on the museum with like wood and stuff intricated in towards the mosaic.
Yeah, because they can't, I don't think they can put it right onto the museum because the museum is a brick building.
Right.
So there has to be some sort of actual structure built so that it can be on the museum but not on the museum.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that sounds really cool. The thing that Vicky and Debbie were talking about was making Ashcroft, specifically Ashcroft, a age-friendly place, which sounded like it's geared to more towards seniors.
Yes. But we all will become seniors eventually.
Right.
And if we can just continue living here instead of having to leave, I'm all for that.
Very true. We actually talked with Vicky this morning on our morning show, which is November 14th today.
14th. It's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad.
So go back into our happy birthday and your dad's birthday.
And it's Kevin Scharfenberg's birthday today, too.
Happy birthday, Kevin. So if you're watching this in a future video, hello, future people, go back onto our Facebook page, find the morning show from November 14th, and check out the interview that Dana does with Vicky in that morning show. So other than that, the Ashcroft Council hadn't been in a session for a while. They did a bunch of other meetings over October, and so they did a lot of catch up, and a lot of things that they talked about sounded very positive. Moving forward, they also did a meeting of the whole, which added an extra hour to the whole meeting proceedings. And in the meeting of the whole, they were talking about getting an emergency sign for Ashcroft, so they can post extra information for people that are coming into town. Okay. We had a brief off-camera discussion about how the HON might be able to be integrated with the emergency system if or when we have another emergency in the near future. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but being prepared is half the battle.
Absolutely.
So we talked about that. So that was a couple weeks ago. You can check out the actual council meeting on our YouTube page. It's posted there. And now we'll talk about Ashcroft Council and this week, where they had a delegation, a fellow came, I believe his name was David. He works with the roads.
Interior roads?
No, it works, so there's Interior Roads has a contractor that does the sanding and salting of the roads in wintertime. Okay. So this gentleman came in. He actually used to live around here. Now he lives at 100 Mile, part of the Dawson group. Okay. And he was talking about how and what the system is for salting the roads, brining the roads, making sure the roads are clear, why they're using these certain types of sands and stuff. It was interesting. Again, you can check out this particular council meeting, which is posted now as of this morning on our YouTube page. And then moving on from that, this guy also came to the Cache Creek Council, so I'll be talking about him again in a few minutes. Then they also talked about, where were we? I have notes here. We have, so the museum is done for the year. Yep. And it was a record year for the people that went to go see the museum. So that's fantastic. Awesome. And so they're doing a letter of recognition to the museum. Nice. So very nice, Ashcroft Council. And they want to do a float, which is pretty cool. Apparently they've never done a float in the Santa Parade.
Oh, yay.
And so they are talking about making a float and putting it out there. So
I know the baby Zamboni usually goes in the float.
Well, they mentioned a flat deck.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, I'm excited. So what is the float for?
Just for the Cache Creek Council. Ashcroft Council.
But what is the parade then?
No, the Santa Parade.
The Santa Parade.
The Santa Parade.
Which is when?
December 6th.
At what time?
5:30.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. I was close.
So close.
I won't be there.
You won't be there.
I won't be there. I should let you know now. I'm taking that day off.
You're gonna have to put it in writing, Gareth.
I grew up in Mission, and so my parents, the Santa Parade in Mission is on the same night every year, and my parents take their RV and they go and they park along beside the Dairy Queen, and they sit there from like 2 in the afternoon until the parade, which is like 7 or 8 at night, and we just hang out, cook hot dogs, whatever. I'm surprised the Dairy Queen lets us do it.
Yeah.
But because we are there for half the day. My grandparents are coming out this year. I don't get to see my family very often.
Yeah.
Okay. And my wife really likes to go to that particular thing. So.
Well, I'll film it and you can watch it.
Love it. So yeah, there's always one member of the community. I don't want to mention names, but this person is there every week or every council meeting.
Yeah.
And she asks the most poignant questions. They're great. They're questions I would never think to ask. Very high attention to detail, I got to say. So, you know who you are, I would assume. Thank you for doing what you do. You actually make these videos look the council meeting videos look a lot better because there's lots of engagement. So, thank you very much. Moving on to the Cache Creek Council.
Yeah, what's happening in Cache Creek?
So, same sort of thing. They had the fellow from the roads come in, and he talked for probably twice the amount of time. But I think that he knows the people in the Cache Creek Council a little bit more intimately, because I believe he's from Cache Creek.
Okay.
So, same sort of deal, brine, salt, scheduling, how it works, why he's doing it, that kind of thing. The council meeting will be posted tomorrow.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to it yet. The next big thing that they talked about was the water treatment plant.
In Cache Creek.
In Cache Creek.
Okay.
Because the new water treatment plant in Ashcroft is up and running.
It is. There's an open house next week. Which
we will be there to cover. And there's a couple, actually, so to go back to Ashcroft, they also talked about 2 side projects because they have money left over.
Yeah.
From the project, which is almost unheard of. They have enough money to finish 2 other projects in the water treatment plant that they want to accomplish.
Wonderful.
So that's really cool. But the water treatment plant in Cache Creek apparently has seen better days.
I don't think it's had a lot of work done to it over the years, yeah.
Well, apparently the last time was in 2012.
Okay.
And currently they're doing a lot of work to it right now. I actually live right next to the water treatment facility.
Oh, is that where all of the construction trucks I see?
Yeah, and they have a generator. It looks like they're digging a hole, so they have a generator going all the time. It's really loud, but I understand that they have to do what they got to do. But it's right next to the Sage and Sands Mobile Home Park, and I live at the very end of the road right next to the treatment facility. So, but I digress. So Mayor Santo Talarico had a slideshow of pictures that he was showing, and it looks like it's in various states of disrepair. And a bunch of different things seem to be breaking occasionally. The reasoning that was given was a lot of the stuff is made out of plastic, which is made for water. I used to sell plumbing supplies. So plastic piping is a legit thing to use, but in this particular case, for whatever reason, the plastic is breaking in places. And so they need to replace it with, I guess they're hoping to replace it with steel, but is the money there? So he showed several examples of what's rusting, what's breaking, things that are kind of hodgepodgely put together, and it hasn't been looked at since 2012, so he's saying that it's time to have a better look at our water treatment facility, which is great. That's awesome.
Do you know if they're looking at grant money to help with that?
That I don't know.
Okay.
I would assume, but you know what they say when you assume.
Yep.
So
we're not allowed to say those words on TV. So.
Right? But when you put them together, it's okay. So, going back to Ashcroft. See, it reminded me. So, in Ashcroft, they are actually applying to the Northern Development and NDIT.
Northern Development Initiative Trust.
Yep, to have a grant writer in-house.
In-house?
Yeah, so they're looking to get a grant to have a grant writer.
Well, they already have one. Ashcroft already has that.
Then maybe I'm confused as to what they were talking about.
Okay. Maybe they're extending the contract?
Maybe.
Okay.
But it was something along those lines. They're looking at having more grants being written for them.
Great.
So I'm hoping that Cache Creek might be able to, if you haven't heard of that, maybe this is something you can look into, Cache Creek. And if you have, and that's already an avenue you've gone down, then I don't know. But, so that's really cool. I'm hoping they get the water treatment plant done because, again, I live right next to it. And
maybe that's why you aren't sleeping.
Well, the last couple of years, it's also the sewage treatment plant, and it's been kind of smelly the last couple of years. I can't fault the current council too much on that, but there's been lots of work being done to it, so hopefully that fixes the problem.
Good.
The rest of the Cache Creek Council meeting was pretty standard. The only thing that happened really was they were talking about tax exemptions, and Council member Annette Pittman was against the tax exemptions, whereas everybody else was for them. I didn't see, even though I was reading the minutes and the agenda, I didn't see who the exemptions were for. I'm not sure if that's public knowledge. But Annette was against them, everybody else was for it, so it sounds like those exemptions are going in. Annette's reasoning was that if we're looking at getting a new water treatment plant, and if we're looking at possibly keeping the Cache Creek pool open, then we shouldn't be handing out exemptions. That money can go towards those other projects. But
usually those exemptions are for nonprofits
and
churches and things like that. So
a couple of weeks, so at the Cache Creek Council meeting a couple of weeks ago, there was one group, which is the ladies going after the golf course. It's a new group trying to get society status, but because they're not quite a society yet, they don't quite qualify for it. So unfortunately, Cache Creek had to say a hard no to those exemptions. But for that reason, it wasn't. We don't
that's a no, not right now.
Right.
Not a no.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So if everything can sort of fall into place for next year, it sounds like that would be a go ahead. So, but otherwise the Cache Creek Council was good. I'm gonna try out I would say that on a scale of 1 to 20, carat gold material, the Ashcroft Council meetings collectively for the last 2 weeks earned a solid 14 carats.
Lovely.
Right? Everything's pretty progressive, lots of stuff happening for the town. And I would give Cache Creek probably a 9, but only because in this last council meeting there is also a stack of things that just aren't done. But the CAO is trying to have them looked at. A lot of the things in this stack of papers have been completed, but there's just not the final say to have them taken out of that rotation. Or they don't fall under the council's purview. But it's there, and it's a pretty...
The stack just needs to be moved off the table.
Yes. So...
one by one.
That's really it.
All
so
right.
9 carats, 14 carats. Good job, guys.
All right.
There's nothing really detrimental going on.
Good.
Moving on. Remembrance Day happened on the 11th. That was Remembrance Day is my dog's birthday. So happy late birthday, Olive. Remembrance Day this year was good. The only thing there was no flyover.
There was no flyover. Andy lost his airplane in the fire in 2017.
Was it him? I thought that it was actual...
Yeah. He's done the flyover for I don't know how many years, and his airplane was one of the ones that was a victim.
Wasn't there a flyover last year?
I think that there has maybe been, but it would have had to be someone outside the area because there's not actually a lot of airplanes left here. So.
Apparently it also didn't go over Kamloops.
Yeah.
So anyway, but otherwise, we had John Piero, Martina Duncan, yes. I keep on Facebook. I believe it's Bear.
Yes.
But so that's where I find it That's my disconnect. Sorry, Martina. Anyway, yeah, great, huge turnout of people.
It's always nice. And it wasn't freezing cold.
No.
Which is always nice
yes.
when you're standing around for an hour.
Especially when you're trying to film it and you can't put your hand in your pockets.
Yes.
I was trying to actually move the camera around a little bit this time, which I don't normally do.
You're being so artsy.
Attempting to be. So, yeah, anyway, if you want to see the Remembrance Day ceremony, it is also up on our YouTube page as of yesterday.
Great.
We've talked about the last couple of weeks. So let's talk about projects that we are working on at the Hub Online Network.
Yeah, what are we working on, Gareth?
So
I'm just looking at our calendar. There's a lot of writing on our calendar.
Yeah, our calendar is usually pretty full.
Yeah.
The big thing that we've been sort of focusing on is the morning show.
Yes.
Well, we've been doing this now for just over a month, every weekday. We've gotten lots of engagement and feedback, which if you have something to say, please let us know at hon@ashcrofthub.com, and we will try and, we always want to make our material better. But the morning show has gone from 3 times a day to now once a day, and of the 3 times that we've done the longer once a day version, every day has gotten better in my opinion.
Yes.
We're starting to add more to the morning show,
Yep.
A little bit more commentary, people coming in and talking to us, that kind of thing. So that's only getting better, but that's a big project. It eats up a good 4 to 5 hours a day just for that.
Just for that 25-minute segment.
Right? So
it'll be nice to have a third person here.
It'll be nice to have a third person. But moving on from the morning show, one of the big things that we're working on and has been going on recently is the situation happening with Hat Creek Ranch. So to my understanding, and I could be wrong because I don't have all of the facts, the people that are running Hat Creek Ranch want to keep running Hat Creek Ranch. The historical branch of the government has asked that group to be more inclusive. To my understanding, that group has been.
They've definitely tried to be.
Right. So I'm actually hoping to speak with the Bonaparte Indian Band and see what has been going on. There was a press release by the historical branch turning down Hat Creek's most recent proposal because of inclusivity. So I want to see exactly how much that is or isn't really affecting what's going on.
Some in-depth reporting.
Yeah, that's
jumping into your new job.
That's the idea. Because I know that Barkerville got a 5-year extension, and there is another.
All of the sites in BC got 5-year extensions.
So
there's something wonky going on, and journalist Gareth can get to the bottom of it.
So look for that hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But I don't want to jump the gun on anything, so I don't just make it and put it out.
No,
I'm going to try and get all sides of the story before I do something like that.
Absolutely.
Next, our big one that we're working on.
You have spent a lot of time on this one.
Is the Ashcroft Health Site. Now I heard that term used in one of the interviews that I did. I feel like that's almost a more appropriate term for the type of building that we have at the moment.
It is technically its proper name. It is the Ashcroft Health Site. That's the name on the sign.
So when we use the term hospital, I don't. Yeah, that's not. So I need to start using health site more often to make it more normal. But what I'm trying to do is there are clearly more than 2 sides.
There are more than 3 or 4 sides.
Right. So I'm hoping. So what I'm doing is I have a set of questions. I have interviews with a slew of different people, including Interior Health, our local MLA. I've spoken with the Ashcroft Mayor. I'm hoping to speak with someone from Cache Creek Council. I'm hoping to speak with someone from the Indian bands.
You've spoken with the Healthcare and Action Wellness Coalition?
I've been in a meeting with them to hopefully get them to do an interview. I haven't done the interview with them yet.
Working on it.
But
all sides.
All sides. Amongst others. So what I'm hoping to do is take all of these questions and have everybody answer the same questions and see who knows what's happening.
Yeah.
And really hope to shed some light on, because I feel that there's a lot of disinformation and a lot of conjecture and a lot of rumor going on about this particular issue. And so if we can get everybody to be, not, it'll feel like it's in the same room, but in the same video, answering the same questions.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we can try and get...
And I think the best part of you doing everyone's side is that you are not forming an opinion. You're just simply laying out all the facts, all the sides, and everyone can formulate their own decisions from all of the information that's presented.
Right. So
I'm going to get popcorn and watch this 8-hour documentary that you're about to create.
So that's the thing. This is going to be long. So far, every interview's taken about an hour to do.
Yeah.
And there'll be about 6 or 7 or 8 interviews done. So it'll be in probably hour-long chunks that I put these out. And I'll try to put them out, like once it's done, I'll try and put them out sort of all at once so you can binge watch them.
Yeah.
But
with popcorn.
But moving on from there, let's talk about the Community Futures event that happened last Friday.
Yes.
This was actually really cool. I didn't know that this was a thing until we heard about it at the Hub Online Network. So for my recollection, Community Futures, after the 2017 wildfires, saw, as Deb Arnett put it to me, people left. People were evacuated, people left.
Yeah.
And because it took so long to get people to come back, because a lot of homes were lost, a lot of those people that left just never came back. Or didn't come back to the jobs that they had before. Yeah. And it left a large gap in qualified people to work at the places that we have in our area. So what Community Futures did was they got money from the government to train those undertrained people. And it's been going on now for 2.5 years.
Well, they've been providing money and training opportunities for local businesses as well, so that they can better themselves and become more capable of weathering out another storm. So it's been, 2 years of funding has been available, and a lot of businesses have taken advantage of that and trained themselves in ways that they wouldn't necessarily have ever done before because they didn't have the means or ability to do it.
Right.
So
again, I'm surprised I haven't heard about this, because actually that would have been a really cool thing for this particular job if we didn't already have some sort of background.
So we have utilized it. The hub has utilized those funds. And so Vicky has gotten some training. Some of the hub board members have received extra training.
Oh, cool.
Lisa received some training. So we've used it as the hub, and we were going to use it for Hub Online Network, but things got shifted around.
Hey.
And now we can't use it. So.
Well, now we know. So that's awesome. I'm glad that it's helped.
But the event was just a wrap up, because the funding cycle is over. You've got until tomorrow to get everything in to receive your finalized funding, and so it was just a wrap up event. But hopefully they are hoping that it's something that can continue, because we're not done. The work's not done. There's still people that are in need to recover.
Totally. And it was a very heavily. There's lots of people there.
Yeah, there was a pile of people.
A huge spread of food.
Yes.
They had a keynote speaker named Mo, nice lady, and a 6-lady panel. There was no guys on the panel.
The men had to cancel at the last minute. There was actually a change in panel, so there were men that were supposed to.
I was actually thinking that Dana might have really appreciated of being there. Because
woman power?
Because woman power.
Okay.
So it was very cool. We're going to have, not the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the whole thing up, but I'll have a video about that up next week.
Yeah, it was good.
Performing arts in Ash Creek. I want to try this out.
Okay.
Ash Creek. And area.
Ash Creek and area.
So
we've got a few things going on in the performing arts area.
Most notably, at the moment, next weekend, on the 22nd and 23rd, is the Sage Sound Singers doing a tribute to the music of Fiddler on the Roof.
Yes, that's a mouthful, that title, isn't it? But I think it's going to be great. They've been practicing for a really long time.
I went and filmed a little thing with them. You can see it on our YouTube channel. I've had the Fiddler on the Roof's music stuck in my head now. I can't get it out, no matter what I do. So
I think you're going to have to just go get the music and play, like sing the whole song and get it right out of your system.
Well, now I need to see the movie again. I haven't seen the movie for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So go see that event happening at the Hub on the 22nd and 23rd, featuring Jim Murtell and Michelle Reed.
Yeah, and the Sage Singers Choir.
Which sound amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. The Winding Rivers Arts and Performance Society, which is
another hat I wear,
is having a play coming up that will happen in March.
Yeah, I think production will be in March, but we're kind of doing auditions now so that we can give everybody their scripts and they have a chance to read it for the next couple of weeks before we actually start rehearsals in January.
So I auditioned last night. The next audition session is Sunday. This Sunday at 1 o'clock, which is the 17th. 17th, yes, thank you. At the Hub.
Here at the Hub.
So go check. So
should we say what the play is?
Yes, please.
It's Agatha Christie's A Murder is Announced. So it is a murder mystery. There will be deaths on stage, which we always love, and things breaking, which I love as a stage manager. But we need 5 males and 7 females and backstage help as well. So if you're interested in coming out, come out on Sunday and we'll find a part or something for you to do.
Barbara Roden's going to be directing it, and she seems very passionate about this particular play.
So this is the first time Barbara, other than Shirley Valentine, which was a one-woman play, so not all that difficult to direct when you've only got one person and a seasoned actress on stage. So this will be the first time that she is fully directing. She has done some co-directing with Mavourneen, but this will be the first time that Barbara is sitting in the director's chair.
Oh, well, congratulations to Barbara, and break a leg.
It'll be fun.
We're going to talk about our likes, shares, and subscribes.
Yeah.
So we're getting there.
I like lots of things.
We have on YouTube now, we have 79 subscribers.
Hey.
Another 21, and we'll do our dance out on the road in between Safety Mart and Interior Savings.
Can we do that quickly? Because it's winter soon. So let's get those likes and on YouTube so that we don't have to be out there in the middle of a snowstorm.
It's actually not so cold right now.
No, it's good now.
Come on, people. Come on. On Facebook, we have quite a few more. We have 200 and, I want to say 68?
I can't
or
remember.
69. Page likes. So we've been getting lots of good thumbs up on that. So thank you all very much.
But keep sharing,
yes.
keep liking, keep engaging.
We've only been doing this for, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Not even 8 months yet. And we've already got probably 250 videos up and so many people. So keep it going.
Yeah.
We're only getting bigger and better. We can't do it without your help.
Yep.
So thank you all very much. That's pretty much all that we're going to talk about today.
All right.
And we'll be back again next week.
Hopefully.